Jadi memang kami yang cari petani, so we
turun
provide
ke lapang berarti
iya,
ya.
betul.
Nah, kemudian setelah training itu seperti apa lagi prosesnya?
So the second step after training, we do harvesting.
Oke.
So harvesting panen biji coklat. So cocoa pods or chocolate comes from cocoa pods. So we have to teach the farmers as well when is the right time to harvest, because you can't just harvest the cocoa anytime you want, but it has to be at the right time if you want the right quality. So what's the right way to harvest it? How do you actually separate the good cocoa pods from the bad ones? So that's the second step that happens in the farm.
Oke, berapa lahan yang dibutuhkan nih untuk proses harvesting ini, pemanenan ini?
So it doesn't matter how big the farms are, but then usually the step after harvesting is actually fermentation. Jadi itu fermentasi, you need to ferment in a wooden box. And the most optimal size is above 200 kilos when you do the fermentation, or above at least 100 kilos.
Tapi biasanya berapa persen sih yang dipanen dari misalnya produksi awalnya berapa, kemudian yang dipanen jadi berapa persennya yang terserap?
Yang masuk ke fermentasi. Kurang lebih tergantung kebunnya. Kalau kebunnya sehat dan banyak biji coklat yang kualitasnya bagus, mungkin bisa sampai 70%. Tapi kalau the farmers have just started on the training program, maybe sometimes as low as 10%, depending that yang cukup bagus masuk ke fermentasi.
Kebunnya ini kebun milik petaninya sendiri atau
semua
dibuka?
Ya, semua milik petani sendiri.
Milik petaninya sendiri. Nah, di proses harvesting ini kira-kira ada bahan-bahan tambahan nggak sih yang bisa meningkatkan tadi persentasenya supaya lebih banyak yang berhasil dipanen atau yang lainnya?
It goes back to the training actually, because it's not just about the harvesting process, but it's how you manage the plantation before the harvesting comes. From the flowering to the time you actually can harvest the fruit, it's about 4 to 6 months. So what do you do during that time? You have to put fertilizer down. So we teach farmers how to put organic compost down. You have to manage the disease on your farms. Kalau ada penyakit, how do you actually address those issues? You have to prune the trees so that you allow enough sunlight, aeration. Jadi kualitas cocoa potnya lebih bagus. So all these things is to improve the soil health, the farm health, and also the bean health.
Oke, kita beralih ke tahap selanjutnya. Tadi dari harvesting, kemudian ke fermentation tadi ya.
Fermentation.
Itu apa yang harus diperhatikan dari tahap fermentation ini?
Fermentation, one thing is that the quality of the beans that you put inside the fermentation has to be good. If you don't have good quality good quality beans that go into the fermentation, itu satu batch bisa gagal fermentasinya. So that's one thing, gak boleh fermentasi biji yang kurang matang atau overly ripe. Dan tidak boleh fermentasi juga biji yang ada penyakit. So that one you have to have the good quality beans. And also have it fermented for the right amount of time.
Oke, ini baru tahap pertama tadi ya. Bagaimana tadi pemrosesannya dari mulai training, kemudian harvesting, ke fermentation aja udah ada banyak sekali yang harus diperhatikan. Kira-kira kalau untuk tahap pertama ini modal awalnya, biaya pertama yang dikeluarkan tuh berapa sih?
Depending, yeah. So in the initial stages, when we did this, we worked together with WWF. So we've been very fortunate. We've worked with many partners. So we worked together to do the training programs for the initial group of farmers. Later on, we also worked with Swiss Contact. So working with a lot of development organizations, donor organizations. So they're the ones that help to fund some of the training that we did for the farmers in the beginning.